Guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can make your own hand sanitizer using a few ingredients that you may or may not have at home. Also, some ingredients that you can find easily. Right now, I know that the two main ingredients, which is aloe vera gel and alcohol, is sold out pretty much everywhere. So the idea behind this video is to have some other options for you to be able to still make that not using rubbing alcohol or aloe vera gel in a bottle. We have some few options to replace the aloe vera gel itself. You have aloe vera juice. Obviously it's a watery consistency, so it's not going to be as thick as a gel, but still doable. The other option that we have instead of aloe vera gel is like an aloe vera lotion, so it's really just going to be a moisturizing hand sanitizer. Or your last option is going to be actual organic aloe vera gel directly from an aloe vera leaf. So today I'm going to show you how to use all three of these ingredients to make the aloe. I'm also going to go over some other ingredients. Obviously, if you have some rubbing alcohol at home, you can use this. Some other options that we have is going to be witch hazel. It's going to be the second ingredient to substitute rubbing alcohol. It is a natural antibacterial, antifungal, natural cleaning agent. So it's actually considered a face toner, but it is a really great cleaning option if you don't have the alcohol or are looking for something a little bit more all natural. So for me, I do have a baby in the house. This would be a good option to put on her hands. And then the third option to kill germs is actually going to be nail cleanser. So this is not acetone and this is not nail polish remover. It's actually a nail cleanser, kind of like a prep cleanser before you get your nails done. It is 98% rubbing alcohol, 2% water. So it's going to be the same exact thing as your just typical rubbing alcohol, whereas rubbing alcohol is usually about 70% alcohol, 30% water. So this does have more alcohol in it. If you need to dilute it, you can just add a little bit more water in it. This brand specifically is Ulta Beauty. It's directly from the Ulta outlet. And then some of the other ingredients I'm going to use here, one is just going to be any type of generic vitamin E oil. You can use pills, slice them open and pour the oil into it. What this is really ultimately going to do is going to add a little bit of moisture into your hand sanitizer or sanitizing lotion. And ultimately what this is going to do is it's really going to act as kind of a preservative to make the hand sanitizing, whether it's the lotion or the gel, last a little bit longer. And then there are two optional ingredients, and you can turn those into several optional ingredients. It's just going to be essential oils. So I have a tea tree oil, which is really, really great for antibacterial, antifungal. It's just really good for you. And then I also have a lavender oil, which is the same thing. It's going to be antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and it's going to be calming and relaxing. So it just depends on which scent you prefer. You can use citrus, you can really use any essential oil. It doesn't really matter. And you also do not have to use one of these in your hand sanitizer. A few things that you're going to need in order to get your aloe leaf apart is going to be a cutting board, a knife, a pretty heavy duty spoon, and also a potato peeler. So the first thing you're going to do, or the first thing I like to do, is go along the edges and cut all the prickly ends off just so that you don't stab yourself. The next step is we're going to go ahead and get your knife and just slice it all the way through. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a bowl and grab a spoon. And you're going to grab the aloe leaf and you're just going to scoop off the gel layers into the bowl. Can you do me a really big favor on the camera? The front part zooms in. And you just on the camera, just like zoom into my hands. So now that you've basically scraped the entire front of it, if you want some of the extra gel, you can grab a potato peeler and potato peel the entire other side off and repeat the process. Just go ahead and scrape it through. So now we've basically scraped about half of the aloe vera plant leaf, and now we have some gel in here. There are some small chunks in here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna throw it into the Vitamix for a few seconds just to blend that up and kind of puree that before I put it into a container to be able to mix it into some other things. Okay, so I did go ahead and put it into a mason jar. I also measured it, it's about 1/3 cup. So when making hand sanitizer, you're always going to want to make sure that you have basically 2/3 of the aloe, 1/3 of the alcohol. So because I have 1/3 cup of the aloe, I'm gonna do half of that of the alcohol into it. So I am gonna go ahead and use the nail cleanser. As I mentioned previously, it's 98% alcohol, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it to dilute it to a normal rubbing alcohol solution, which is usually 70% alcohol, 30% water. So I went ahead and added the water into the solution just to kind of dilute it a little bit, and I'm going to use a measuring cup. I'm gonna just fill this up with half of a 1/3 cup. Then if you're wanting to add the vitamin E into it, you're just gonna grab a few tablets. If they're the liquid gels, just cut off the end and squeeze it. I'm gonna use 3 of these to put them in. And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and add the essential oil. For me, the essential oil of choice is gonna be lavender. For the lavender, you're gonna only wanna add about between 5 and 10 drops, just depending on if you have any allergies and how sensitive your nose is. And then you can basically pour it into a container of choice. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use some recycled things that I have around the house. An empty hand sanitizer bottle. I have an empty spray bottle, and then I have just an old moisturizing container. So for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it into the old sanitizing bottle. So for this, I don't have a cylinder to put it in here. I just went ahead and got a Ziploc bag and cut the end off. And there you go, you have your hand sanitizing gel. So the next part of this video is going to be more of a liquid hand sanitizer rather than a gel. So you have 2 options. You can use the aloe vera juice, and that's gonna be your base, that's gonna be your moisturizing agent. And then just depending on what your options are, if you have an alcohol or something that's alcohol based that you can use, that's a great option. If you're looking for something natural, you just can't find any alcohol, the witch hazel is gonna be a great option for you as far as the antibacterial agent. So the same rules kind of apply here as before. It's going to be 2/3 of the moisturizing agent, 1/3 of the alcohol agent. So for this, we're gonna go ahead and add 1/3 cup, and then you can choose, like I said, either one. So if you have the alcohol, use it. If you don't, the witch hazel is a really great all-natural option. What's also great about these, because you're using an aloe-based pure liquid, is you can use this as a cleaning agent too. So if you put it in a squirt bottle, you can use it on your hands, surfaces, handles, things like that. And then for this solution, the same thing applies. If you'd like to add kind of more of a moisturizing agent, you can still add the vitamin E. It'll also help preserve it, as well as an essential oil. I'm still gonna add the lavender into mine. 5 drops is still enough. And then the same thing really applies for this. If you have a lot, you can also use, like I said, I had some recycled soap containers. If it's something you want to use to spray or just to pack in your purse, you can also put it in a small spray bottle. And there is the liquid portion of your hand sanitizer. So next up, I'm going to show you how you can do a moisturizing hand sanitizer. You don't have to have the aloe gel. You can actually just have a basic aloe-based lotion. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and dive into the moisturizing hand sanitizer. Really, the only ingredient you need is going to be an aloe-based lotion. This is a basic lotion I've seen on several shelves as I went grocery shopping just to see what's available. And it was pretty common that I could find aloe vera lotion. So this is 85% aloe vera, which is really great. And a lot of the other ingredients are just really good ingredients as far as like hydrating your skin and kind of replenishing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. This particular brand is Aloe Botanica, and I found it at Whole Foods. I'm gonna go ahead and add about 1/3 cup of the lotion. And then for this particular lotion, I am still going to add the alcohol into it. As previously mentioned, if you don't have alcohol, you can use witch hazel, which you can pretty much find anywhere, Walmart, Target, Whole Foods, and you can use that. It does the same thing as alcohol. Obviously, it's not gonna be as potent, but it's a really, really great backup thing to have. And then as mentioned before, I'm using, it's actually called a nail cleanser from Ulta, but it is 98% alcohol, 2% water. So it's the same thing as rubbing alcohol. It's actually going to be stronger. And then on top of these ingredients, I am still going to go ahead and add vitamin E, although I am using a moisture-rich ingredient in this. The vitamin E is gonna help add some preservatives into the lotion to help it last longer, and vitamin E is also just really great for your skin. I still am gonna add 3 into this. So the last ingredient I'm gonna add in this is gonna be my essential oils. As previously mentioned, you do not have to put an essential oil if you have some skin sensitivity. Yeah, I really love the scent of lavender, so I'm gonna go ahead and add about 5 to 10 drops into my lotion. After that, you can go ahead and just throw a lid on it. You can either choose to put it in a blender or just shake it up really good. All right, now that we basically have the hand sanitizing moisturizer made, I'm going to use a recycled container. Like I said, I had an empty moisturizing container. I'm just gonna pour it in there. And just like that, here is the hand sanitizing lotion. All right, so I just, again, want to go over kind of some of the products that I use. The aloe vera juice, which is really liquid based, I used just in a squirt container. You can also use in a spray container. This was really easy for me to find because it's the juice and not the gel. This particular brand is from Whole Foods. You can look for this pretty much anywhere. Usually it's somewhere around like the supplements and vitamins section. The next product that I used was going to be the aloe vera based gel, 85% aloe vera, and the other ingredients were moisture rich. This particular brand, Aloe Botanica, was found at Whole Foods as well. Witch hazel, which was the ingredient I used to do in place of alcohol. It's an antibacterial agent. And this you can really find anywhere. This is probably gonna be the easiest product for you to find. Walgreens, CVS, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, any place like that is gonna be easy for you to find. Vitamin E, so you can use any brand vitamin E capsule as long as it's gonna be a gel. This I haven't had any problems finding so far. It's been on pretty much every shelf. And then one of the other ingredients that should be pretty easy to find right now is going to be any essential oil. For me, I chose lavender, but feel free to choose any essential oil that you prefer if you do want a scent in yours. So the final ingredient that I did use in trade of rubbing alcohol is just going to be actually this nail cleanser that I found at Ulta Beauty. This is, even though it's a nail cleanser, do not confuse it with acetone or nail polish remover. This is actually 98% alcohol, 2% water. Your typical rubbing alcohol is actually gonna be 70% rubbing alcohol and 30% water. So this is basically the same thing, a little bit more potent. You just add some water into it to kind of dilute it a little, and then you can use it in place of the alcohol. So this is gonna be a really great ingredient. You could try to look for this at Ulta, something similar at Sally Beauty, things like that. And with these ingredients, again, I was able to make the liquid version of hand sanitizer, a gel version of hand sanitizer, so basically exact hand sanitizer you buy at the store with a live aloe plant, and then a moisturizing hand sanitizer cream. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you can find some of these products to be able to use it and make your own hand sanitizer since it's sold out everywhere. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys.